watch later. Okay, so now our class is recorded so we can watch it later. You can watch it all weekend if you like, if you're really bored. So now we have a few more students joining in. Yes.
I think this is the video shared technology is more attractive and provide better opportunity in the lives of community. A better future, new pets, working conditions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what, Fernanda, I think I'm going to use that provides opportunity for everyone who's just joined us or for people who are watching the recording of this, where we're talking about CDI and going over the assignment and what everyone has come up with. What is it that CDI students do? Not the teachers but the students themselves. They work together. They solve problems. They improve the lives of people around them. They give each other hope. And Fernanda just said provides opportunity. So they generate some type of opportunity. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to transition to some more of the material I have for today. So here I am. Here's my slide. I'm putting up this to begin class, and I've got two videos on my slide. The first question I said is, how did CDI change Wanderson's life? Now, Portuguese speakers, I know it's spelled the English way with a W, but I know his name is really spelled with a J. So don't worry, I just put in Wanderson the English way. This is a gentleman named Charles Leadbeater. He's from England, and he has been a fan of CDI, and he's done research on CDI, and he talked about Wanderson in Brazil and how his life changed. I'm going to show. So this is a speaker. I'm going to show him talking about Wanderson, and I'm just going to play about 30 seconds. And Fernanda said gives people opportunity and is attractive. In particular, that helped Wanderson. So let's take a look at Wanderson's situation. And I didn't put this on Google Classroom, so don't worry. I'm showing this only in class, in the Zoom class today. So this speech is about 12 years old, but so here it is. The speaker, Charles Leadbeater, talks about Wanderson.
Of the world. So if you want recipes to work for virtually anything, health, education, government, politics, and education, you have to go to these places. And
everybody can hear it, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You go to these places, you meet people like this. This is a guy called Wanderson. At the age of 14, in common with many 14-year-olds in the Brazilian education system, he dropped out of school. It was boring. And Wanderson instead went into what provided kind of opportunity and hope in the place that he lived, which was the drugs trade. And by the age of 16, with rapid promotion, he was running the drugs trade in 10 favelas. He was turning over $200,000 a week. He employed 200 people. He was going to be dead by the age of 25, and luckily he met this guy, who is Rodrigo Baggio, the owner of the first laptop to ever appear in Brazil. 1994, Rodrigo started something called CDI, which took computers donated by corporations, put them into community centers in favelas, and created places like this. What turned Wanderson around was technology for learning that made learning fun and accessible. Or you can work out why.
So that's just a little sample of Charles Leadbeater talking about Wanderson. And that speech gives a little bit more background about Rodrigo Baggio. He actually came from a tech background. He came from, IT. He was working in IT. He could have had a successful career. He could have been, an entrepreneur in Silicon Valley. He could have been working for Google or Facebook or Twitter or something like that. That Rodrigo Baggio could have done that. Instead, he stayed to create CDI to help people in his own country. And then there's Wanderson. Why did he drop out of school? He was going to school, but what happened?
Because of drugs.
well, drugs are involved, but why did he stop going to school?
Because he got boring. I think
Yeah,
because he
isn't
got
that great?
boring, yeah.
Isn't that great? I love the way he just says it. He dropped out of school. It was boring.
Yeah.
The end. and then he that begins the trajectory of his life. Now, and then his life became very far from boring. But here is what you have seen in the documentary, changing Wanderson's life. Okay, so Wanderson comes in
Quase todos que
right here when he goes from being a criminal to being a teacher.
Yeah.
passaram pela informática, eles melhoraram, eles mudaram de vida.
Pensava que eu ia ter um futuro pela frente. Eu só queria saber de viver aquele momento ali, mais nada. Quando eu tive 14 anos de idade, eu conheci as drogas. E o tráfico, ele te proporciona você ser uma pessoa mais superior e aí você começa a ter poder.
Wanderson began to be CFO in the drug dealers gang in his community.
He got the girls, he got the money, he got the power, he got everything. And he got caught. And he was just in a very tough place, in a place where he had no hope. And when someone gave him a little hand and a little hope, he has totally embraced it.
O CDI me proporcionou novos caminhos, novas oportunidades de vida. Eu descobri que eu poderia ser uma pessoa do bem, que eu poderia tomar rumos diferentes, poderia ter escolhas de vida.
His first contact with the CDI school was in the prison. Now, Wanderson, he is educator in some of our CDI schools, and he is a new role model, not only in his community, but for his old drug dealers gang.
All right. So I'll stop it right there, and I'll bring back the video panel so we can see each other's faces. Okay, so there we are. All right, so how did CDI change Wanderson's life? Let's get a few people. Who wants to take this question? Go for it, Natalia.
Oh, the problem, Wanderson, he has a drug dealer drugs. Yeah.
Well, how
It's
did
the
it change his life? How did this program, CDI, change his life?
Yes, of course. Transforming the life. Educator, Wanderson educator, teach the computers the lessons. Informatic.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me think of it this way. I'm a teacher. To work here at El Centro, I had to apply, and I had to show that I had a teaching background, that I studied, I had experience. Was that the same path that Wanderson took in becoming a teacher?
I think
No.
No.
Far from it. Wanderson's a very special case. Let's
Yes,
put more detail in there.
I think he has changed his mind. He has most of choice right now with the CDI because they begin to educate him into the prison. When he goes out, he coming to teach other gangster.
Yes.
So he has more opportunity, not only changing his life, but he has more opportunity.
Yes. Now, Natalia,
I think
you knew that. You just wanted to give it a few more words.
I think he is a model because if he could, and another people can.
Yeah.
Understand? Give a better life, knowledge. It's a model for another adolescents.
Mm. Now, here's a quick question. In terms of opportunity, would he be making more money as a drug dealer or as a teacher?
adult.
Yeah, so why would he give he's a young man, why would he give up all the danger and excitement and all the craziness? Why would he choose to do the right thing? What made him do that?
Because
to be a better person.
he started to think in a future, planning the future, not just living in the moment.
Not living in the moment. Franklin, yeah, go for it. What do you want to say?
Oh, it's for to be a better person.
Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Franklin. It was I forgot. It was Franklin. We have two Franklins here. Franklin Medina. I thought it was Franklin Ramos. Franklin Medina.
Okay.
No, we have two Franklins. Franklin Ramos and Franklin Medina. That was Medina. I didn't see. Yeah. Okay.
He chose who chose teach to be a better person. He was no passing better and bad steps.
All right. Next question I have. Baggio in the beginning, he says people are digitally excluded. I'm going to go to that part of the documentary. It's around 108. Here we are. It says people are digitally excluded. Now, a little context. You notice the video camera was old that they were using. People are not using smartphones that this time they either don't have phones or they're using like old Nokia phones. So this documentary, it's about 10 years old. So it's not exactly now, but it's still an interesting story. It's still very relevant. This is not 2021. This is more like 2010, 2011. You could probably see that. So a few things have changed. More than a few things have changed in Brazil. But Baggio says people are digitally excluded. Let's take a look at that.
Excluded. We are living a new age, the knowledge age. But we have 79% of people in our planet digitally excluded.
Digitally excluded. I'm going to underline that right now. Digitally excluded. What in the world does that mean, to be digitally excluded? Who wants to take this question?
They don't have access to technology or internet, computer, this kind of things.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. No access, okay.
No access, yeah.
Very expensive.
Just a few people can have a computer or technology in their house, or planificate their life for the growth, for the professional person, so they don't have a structura. I don't know if it's possible to say that. If
what's the word?
Structure.
Yes, structure the life, you know. So they don't have access digital technology.
All right. Now,
okay,
I'm wondering. Oh yeah, go ahead.
In that time, he wanna make the people excluded for the devices was expensive in that time, and the companies that bring the internet was expensive too. Only the company in that time can use the internet and the communication. For that reason, the CDI bring for the people excluded for the people can use that devices.
I think one of the main reason is because of the poverty of the city.
Honestly, I think things has changed today. I think even though people a person doesn't have access to a computer, something else, but we will have a lot of people has cell phone.
Mhm.
I think the
I agree.
numbers is down more these days.
It's
I
common,
definitely
and
agree.
it's common in vernacular and big family. One cell phone, but it's many children's.
That's a great way to put it. Everybody gathered around one phone with a cracked screen and very slow bad internet connection.
Yeah.
All right. Now, has anyone here, I know everybody here comes from has a different experience. I'd like to ask, has anyone here ever felt that they in their lifetime have been digitally excluded? Have you yourself felt this? Wait a minute, there's a party going on and I'm not invited, so to speak. I'm excluded. What's happening here? Anyone else, anyone felt this, being digitally excluded?
Yes, maybe, I don't know, sir, maybe he's changing life for himself. I think is individually.
Who is he?
Individually, huh?
Oh no, who is he? What do you mean?
For he's the student. He's for
Oh,
he's changing
them.
life.
They. Oh, okay. Well, I'm wondering, is anyone here felt digitally excluded, or does everybody here feel like they've always had the internet, the access to technology that they need?
Yes, I can say me, for me,
Tell us, Marie.
in the past, when I was in my country, because my country is an undeveloped country as Brazil. So I think there's a lot of barrier there. I had a lot of problem, like you cannot have internet, electricity, and computer. That's very rare in my country because, as it goes on those kind of country. But in the state, it's better. So until I can use a telephone, I think I have to progress in technology because it's about a lot of things, like a lot of logiciel like Windows, Excel, and so on. So we have to learn more because there's a lot of things they do by the technology. So I'm a little bit more confident right now. I think I have to keep learning to improve myself.
Where are you from, Marie?
Haiti.
Sorry?
She said she was from Haiti. She's from Haiti.
Okay.
Teacher.
Oh yeah, tell us, Franklin Ramos, you wanted to share?
Okay, yeah. I was working for this community in Colombia. The digital form specific no is the all chance of life for the people. For 10 people, one life it change for the digitally, for the computer, for many things. Maybe is the mentality the people is the heart is the change heart to the mentally to the people. Not only is the computer, not only is for different. Okay, it's good. For example, this is for the computer of the change to the formal life in the new home, and maybe the change the repair the home is different. But my experience is different. But my experience is the problem is in your mind, is the change in your mind is very difficult. Yeah, this is for this is good. Is it for maybe the short time, but the last time is very difficult to change the life for these people, for digitally or for the 10 people, one people is to take this performance to the change of life to the digital. This is my
When you
I think my
when you say
experience.
the mind, when you say the mind,
Mine is
can you say a little bit like what you mean? Some people will say, you know what? I mean, you mean for some people, even if the technology is in front of them, they're not going to embrace it.
Yeah,
Okay.
many people for your education is very bad. For the education, no, is only maybe writing a little writing a little read, for example. These
Right.
people don't
That's interesting.
understand, don't no interest for the digital life, for the digital any for many things. What the people need it is for example, is the work. It's a work. Yeah, it's the work every day for the come back your home with the money for your people, for your kids. Yeah, for all necessary. It's different. This is my experience. This is my experience in this work.
So even if you give somebody a computer, hey, here's your computer, use it. Not everybody is going to, change their lives.
Yeah,
Okay.
this, for example, one time is the different computer and for the community is they take the computer for the community for the many people they helping for this community. But the 10 computer is the 9 computer. He's going and send and told the computer, yeah, for take the money for other things.
So 9 people just said, "Oh, I'm going to sell this thing and take the money. Forget it."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When they say 1 week after is going to the computer, no computer, one computer or more. Yeah,
that's why
it's old.
That's why the first time you explained it, I didn't quite understand. Now I understand that. Thank you for sharing that. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's why when
people,
here El Centro, when we order everybody their computers, and I know your computer is on the way today. Wait. Frankly, I looked at your computer's on the way today. You're not. I hope you're going to use it, but that's why.
Oh no!
But hey, I can't get mad at you. Money's money, right? I can't get mad at you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I know, but you're a man of God, so I'm not going to argue with you.
I agree with Franklin. The many people in Latin America think the big problem is the less money or no money. So everything is the very important is the money. So think is not important in your life, in their life. So the technology, digital technology is not important for your life. You need a money. So if you can touch, if you can change something physical, is how do you say valioso? It's precious. I don't know how.
Tangible.
They can appreciate it more.
Like you could touch it.
They can appreciate it more.
Share. See, it's important in your life. No, that thing. So when you use a computer, the world virtual, because the computer may you travel, you think another life different and your life. So many people don't feel is important. The very important is life now, here and now. So it's about the physical food, cars, house, you know, I think so.
No, I think, wait, what
I
you're
think-
saying was actually
Teacher.
mentioned in the documentary, yeah. Hang on one second. What you're talking about anorexia is actually mentioned in the beginning. I'm gonna play that right now. Here we go, and then go to the next person. Here we go.
People don't think about what am I gonna be when I get older. People are worried about what am I gonna do tomorrow? How am I gonna survive?
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yes.
That's what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, go for it. Who was the next person who wanted to share?
Me.
Yep, go for it.
Okay, teacher. Now I think I understand the question. I think so. Digital excluded. That means for communication. Maybe without a computer, wherever people is communication, information, and something. I think that's why the computer is good for digital excluded is good for people because it's easy for life and everything is for easy and make the business something. They make money too for technology and I think for digital excluded means is information, is technology, and communication. People is they together. I don't know. You can fix for me.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, something that was mentioned in the last 2 or 3 questions, I think might be relevant. I wasn't going to mention it. Does everybody know what's going on in El Salvador right now?
Yeah, I think, teacher, I think.
No.
El Salvador is the first country to adopt Bitcoin. And that's a digital currency. It means when you buy something, when you make a transaction in Bitcoin, it's not physical cash, it's on your phone.
Yeah, okay.
And for a lot of people, that's really, they have to learn a new skill. They have to think about money differently. It's not physical money they're moving back and forth. It's a different type of money. You know, if anybody uses a Venmo account or something, a little bit similar, but it's not dollars, it's a digital currency that's not based on the US dollar. So it's a lot to learn, even for a young person who's grown up with a computer. It's complicated. And for people who are just learning what this is all about, all over El Salvador, people are saying, no, don't change things. But things are changing very quickly. What does everybody think? Is anybody aware of what's going on there? All of a sudden, people are going from physical money, paper money.
Yes,
to
teacher, I
paying for
think.
things with their phone. Yeah.
Teacher, I
Go
think
for it, yeah.
I think we are at the new age. That, as they say, the age of technology. If someone can use properly a computer, they can make it good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's true. I'm working right now on a computer. You can too. I'm at work. I'm at work all day on my computer. I'm gonna go, before we go into breakout rooms, I'm gonna give everybody one more question. Here we go. So here's one more question for everybody. And most of you wrote about this. How did CDI students inspire the local government to pick up garbage? I don't need to play the part of the video. Who wants to answer? Anybody who didn't get a chance to talk? Anybody want to explain what happened?
Yeah, they took a video and then they showed them the video, and after that they just start to see results. It's like they go on the internet. I think the main phrase, the main sentence was they go in on the internet and they say the one problem of WATS is like sanitation.
Yes.
And the guy says something. One picture, a picture, a worth 1,000 words.
Yeah.
So they start with the idea to make a video, then show the video to the main person that has the responsibility. Then after that, they saw there's some result of the problem.
Yeah, it was really an embarrassment for the local government. And making a video and posting it on the internet is quite different than writing a letter or, protesting outside of City Hall saying, pick up this garbage, this is nasty. They made the video and the government said, uh-oh, we got to act fast. This is embarrassing. We have to do something. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to the original question and I'm going to change it right here. Right here, I said, how do CDI students use technology to make their lives and their community better? For breakout rooms, I'm going to ask this question. How should El Centro students use technology to make their lives and their community better? Because we're essentially the same thing, but we're not we're a local organization. We're a free adult education service working with Tech Goes Home to essentially do the same thing, to give low-income people a chance to get that technology, get that computer, and get going. So you have been on the receiving end of this. Talk to each other in breakout rooms about ways to make your lives and your community better. Start talking with each other. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be something big like making a video to show the government. That's big. Think small. Do you teach your kids how to Google their homework? That would count. Do you teach your parents how to open up a bank account online? Do you start talking to your doctor, asking questions using like a my chart, and all of these things, all these things to make your community, your individual lives better, all kinds of things. So do you talk to your kids' teachers using the computer, anything? And what are some ideas? So that's the question for breakout rooms. Does everybody understand the question?
I was thinking about this because the internet or the world digital, we can find a lot of information, but we can lose because it's a big information. I like it, like how the El Centro send me or send and the group specifically link specifically for the grow our the life, our how to be better in our life, So it's very I appreciate. I don't know. Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking right now, there's 15 people. I'm gonna put everyone in 3 breakout rooms. So it'll be 5, 5, 5.
Okay.
Everybody ready for the breakout rooms?
Perfect.
Here we go.
Yes.
Breakout rooms. Here we go. Breakout room time now. So everybody can click join breakout room. Do you see the button to join? Hey, Norexi.
Hi.
If you don't see, oh. There she goes. I can have that. That's one. Oh, that's on there.